Anyway, the following night is the Passion play proper, and I'm kneeling, looking up at Jesus, who's doing a wonderful job, dying on the cross. This guy, Nick Lawson, he's into amateur dramatics in a big way. I actually once saw him play Widow Twankey, and it was hilarious.
I thought it was a real mix of talent in terms of the choices that they made, and the commitment that they brought was extraordinary, but they're very, very different people, which is great. It's a great kind of broad scope of talent this evening, and it made it very, very hard to choose a winner, and that's why it ended up being so close between three.
What is your advice? I believe in asking strangers for advice. You cannot trust your friends. I believe in essence, all your friends wish you dead.
I was petrified for them,
yes,
sitting
exactly.
there. As an actor, I think we were all sat there thinking, we knew what they felt like backstage, and also what it takes to be able to kind of really kind of get yourself centred and do some good work in this kind of environment. I mean, I was so impressed.
False of heart, light of ear, bloody of hand, hog in sloth, dog in madness, lion in prey.
Basically, how it works, I will show you pictures of celebrities' arses, and you have to guess whose they are. Good, isn't it?
You could tell the work they put in. You know, we really felt a lot of the performances were from the heart, and you know, I think that's important sometimes. Even if the material is not necessarily what you think it should be, the fact that the actors are feeling it and really performing was something we all appreciated.
The Spotlight Prize 2014 highly commended award goes to Joseph Brown.
It's been amazing. It's just been nuts. Like, everyone was fantastic, and you know, waiting back there with the aircon on and freezing and worrying, and my heart was going, but coming out and the audience was just so lovely, you know, and it was really, really fun. Yeah, really fun.
I think it's sort of he had something that a lot of great acting or good acting has, which is there's a kind of less is more, but that doing perhaps not that much, but within that a fullness, so that it's not empty.
It really was a close call. But the winner of the prize tonight is somebody who touched all of our hearts unanimously, Samuel Valentine.
It's been a very intense evening, a wonderful evening. I was very nervous for the dress rehearsal, but actually when it came to the performance, the energy and the people, it was just fantastic. So fantastic, and what a privilege to be here and to win. Amazing.
He was very real, he was himself, and he was totally charming and totally engaging, and he got all of our attention from the moment he came on, and it felt very real. And it was written for him, he's just told me, by a friend of his.
Oh, well, that's amazing. I didn't know that. It was written for him. But he just did come out and just go wham, and he pulled you in, and that's what you need to do.
Mr. God, sir, I've spent my lifetime merging the sounds of two of the world's best musical geniuses that ever have lived, and I've loved it. And then I'll probably make it to heaven. Probably. At that point, my mouth chooses to go dry. No words come out. She says nothing either. Just drops something into my hat and walks off.
Yeah, they've obviously worked very hard, and you know, you have to continue working hard. I think sometimes people think that there's always this thing about people who've made it, and like, you shouldn't think like that. Never think like that. You have to continue working hard, continue learning your craft, and always try to better yourself. And I think if you keep that attitude, then hopefully they'll have long careers.
I just love the Spotlight Awards. It's been another incredible year. This year, I think for the first time, the winner and the runner-up were separated by 1 point. So out of 80 total points, the winner got 72, the runner-up had 71. And there was even a bit of a sort of almost a fight between the judges about whether there should be a recount, have we counted properly. But in the end, I just think it was so close. The result was right in the end. It was done on the numbers. There was no last-minute changing or anything. I think the talent this year has probably been the best we've ever seen. I know we probably say that every year, but I think it's getting harder and harder as the nature of drama training in this country is changing with the introduction of tuition fees. The length of courses are changing, so it's becoming more flexible, more dynamic training these days. So it's really, really good to see that the calibre of training of the product is staying so high.